Dragons have been a huge staple of the Ninjago series. They've been around since the very beginning. And since the 4 original elemental dragons, there have been a multitude of dragons, from villains having dragons, Sensei Wu having his own dragon. Heck, there have even been dragons whose elements have been fused together into one mighty dragon. So here is my list of the top 5 Ninjago Dragons. Morrows Dragon. Morrows Dragon made its first appearance during the end of the premiere episode of Season 5, titled Winds of Change. As Nia put it precisely, he found his second wind, and then we see this shot, as you see here, of Morrows Dragon. It looks absolutely terrifying. It looks like the shape of a skull, like someone killed the dragon and brought it back to life. Unfortunately, the reason it's at number 5 is that while this dragon does have an extremely impressive design, it's not extremely important to the overall canon of the show and its season, as it barely plays a role. The Fusion Dragon. The Fusion Dragon, despite its only 2-episode appearance, has an incredible design, just like Morrows Dragon. It serves to help Kai and Nia stop the Time Twins from controlling all of time, as this dragon was the only way to stop them. This dragon also provided the key to help getting the reversal blade in the boiling sea. So this dragon is extremely helpful to Kai and Nia. And while it was extremely helpful in its respective season, it's such a shame that we never got to see it after Hands of Time, as in my opinion, it deserves another reappearance. Firstborn. I bet a lot of you are surprised that I put the mother of all dragons in 3rd position on this list. But hear me out. I do think she is the most important dragon in the entire show. But what lets her down is her design. A big weakness of the Oni and Dragon trilogy is the dragons' designs, as they look more like dinosaurs rather than dragons, and not like the dragons of ancient China or Japan. And overall, I just think that there are 2 other dragons that, in my opinion, felt more important to their respective seasons and had better designs than the Firstborn. Boreal. Boreal is Zane, or the Ice Emperor's trusty dragon. This dragon took out Akita's people and basically inspired her act of revenge against the Ice Emperor. Not only that, this dragon froze yet another village, this time containing less important villagers, but important enough to the ninja, of course. Well, this dragon was extremely tough to take down, because even ramming it with the land bounty didn't work. It took basically Kai finding a second true potential to even kill this damn thing. The reason it's not number 1 is because there's one dragon that's just way more famous than this one, and I bet everyone knows who it is. It doesn't take anything away from Boreal, though, as it did a lot in its respective chapter. Griefbringer. Griefbringer is the dragon that the Skull Sorcerer has to fight against the ninja. The reason why it's only an honorable mention is mostly because it's not really as important, since the battle in season 13 is mostly between the Skull Sorcerer and the ninja, and Griefbringer has almost no involvement in this. And also its design is kind of too similar to the Grundle from season 2. So I do think it deserves to be mentioned as a cool looking dragon, but only as an honorable mention. The Ultra Dragon. I mean, who else could have taken the top spot? This is by far the most beloved dragon in the entire show, and while I don't think it's the most important dragon, Firstborn is way more important, I do think it is the best designed dragon, and overall it did a lot in the canon. And this is just the dragon that everyone knows when you think of Ninjago. You think of the Ultra Dragon. In a sense, it's sort of like the spokes dragon for the show. And for these reasons, this is why the Ultra Dragon is the #1, in my opinion, best dragon in Ninjago.